You all know that Jay-Z does not play when handling business, and he is always ready to get dirty if need be, at least according to what we've heard in recent times. It's also amusing how nice and diplomatic he can be when it's all said and done. His interview with LeBron about DMX's passing was a perfect example. Now there's been a lot of talk recently as to what happened to Pimp C because of all this Diddy mess. Now word on the street is that he met his untimely demise because he had a beef with Jay and an alleged affair with Queen Bee, Jay's wife. A lot of think it wasn't an affair, but what topped it off was the fact that there was a rumor that he had Beyoncé on tape doing the goodie and having a good time in an interview with Pimp's closest aide. They had this to say.
Let's go back. You had mentioned Pimp C earlier. With that being said, did Pimp C really have a tape of somebody in the industry that would break the internet? You look like you done seen it, Marvin. You done seen it. Marvin seen it.
Tell him who it is.
Hey, man, tell him who it is. We still trying to find out who was in this Pimp C tape.
All I can tell you, there was a famous R&B chick, and it was a guy that was getting money at the time.
The rumors of Beyoncé's tape from an affair she had with someone in the industry wouldn't sit well with Jay-Z, would it? And he is well known to handle business whichever way he sees fit. But even if that's just speculation, what is really wild is the fact that Jay and Pimp C actually used to be close until they were suddenly not. Pimp even had a collaboration with Jay-Z on his Timberland-produced Big Pimpin' in 2000, which went on to be a big hit. The song went on to reach platinum status, but there was allegedly a clash of heads between Jay-Z and Pimp C multiple times behind the scenes. Pimp C was initially hesitant to work with Jay because he felt he didn't show respect to Tupac, and Pimp was known among his peers to not condone any Tupac disrespect.
Pimp used to have a picture on his wall of Tupac, and whenever you would ask him something that required deep thought, he would look at the picture. And we'd be like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm asking Pac what he think. He was very, very aligned in with the personality of Tupac. Not really the musician, but the character of Tupac, the personality, and how he carried himself as a man in the world and in the culture. And if it was something that Pimp thought that Tupac wouldn't do, Pimp wouldn't do it.
According to Greg Taylor, manager of UGG at the time, he said Rockefeller's Dame Dash cut a check for $1 million to collaborate with Pimps, and he just straight out told them to give it to Tupac's mother.
I got $1 million check for you. No, we want 100,000. I was just like, who's that with? I said, with Rockefeller. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, I'm watching Dan with the checkbook. He writing out. He was like, ain't that with over there with Jay-Z? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, tell him to take that check and go give it to Tupac Mama, man. He's gonna be stealing all my. I was like, what?
It took a lot of convincing and persuading before Pimp C decided to work on Big Pimping with Jay-Z, according to Too Short.
Like literally, he was like, yeah, Tupac, that was a law. Like, it was not to be compromised. And if you hear the stories about how they got him on Big Pimpin', it was a lot of back and forth. I was one of the people saying, man, just do it.
But there was more to the beef between Jay and Pimp C, and that was the alleged relationship he had with Beyonce. Later on, a rumor about an alleged tape with Ba and Pimp featured started floating around. Pimping Ken confirmed this in an interview, but he stopped short of putting names on it out of respect to Pimp.
With that being said, did Pimp C really have a tape of somebody in the industry that would break the internet? You look like you done seen it, Marvin.
Marvin seen it. Tell him who it is.
Hey, man, tell him who it is. We still trying to find out who was in this Pimp C tape.
All I can tell you, there was a famous R&B chick, and it was a guy that was getting money at the time. And, you know, Pimp, he used to be in the studio. And every now and then he'd have a camcorder, so he was able to get some footage. And he wanted to do something with the footage, but I don't know why he didn't do nothing with it. But if I could have got a hold of that tape, I'd be a billionaire, man. Whoever it was, they had to kill me, man. I know TMZ would have paid a bank for that one.
We all know that Pimpy's death was a very mysterious one. While the coroners and the cops believed it was an OD, a lot of Pimp's friends and associates who saw his body believed otherwise. and there has been this crazy rumor that this alleged video is what got Pimp C too short. A very close friend and business associate of Pimp C didn't agree with the official reports about the circumstances of Pimp's death. He felt there was more to it, and it was crazy that someone he had a great time with just 48 hours prior could just die of an OD.
My guy Pimp C,
right,
who was like my little brother and who I saw probably 48 hours before he passed.
Wow.
And I was supposed to meet up with him the day I don't know when he passed, but that Saturday he came to my show. And Saturday we said, let's go dinner tomorrow. And then Sunday we got on the phone and he was like, man, I'm busy. I'm like, damn, I'm busy. We couldn't meet up. Then Monday, I didn't talk to him, and then Tuesday, they found him. And I'm like, so right off the rip, I'm like, what happened? What happened? Like, what happened? And all I get back is, well, he's in a room by himself, and they found him. I'm like, what happened to my guy?
Right.
And then they come out with the official. It was a mixture of some stuff, the prescription and something else or something that I don't really know. But with me, I never really heard something that would give that closure for me. I never really heard anything tangible or true, like what happened to my guy.
Right.
So I have this theory that's bigger than just Pimp C, and there's a lot of mysterious celebrities, a lot of mysterious celebrity deaths in hotel rooms.
He insisted that there could be foul play, but then we'll never know. He has this conspiracy theory about the rate at which artists die mysteriously in hotel rooms and why there could be more to Pimpy's death. But one thing we do know is that the rumor of the tape died along with Pimp. A lot of users online had mixed feelings regarding the investigation surrounding Pimpy's death. Someone said, what if Jay-Z already found out about it? And that's why Pimpy died. I don't put anything past Jay-Z at all. Another fan said there's no such thing as coincidence. Everything happens with a reason behind it. It's becoming too much of a coincidence to dismiss all of these allegations as conspiracy theories. It's well known that Jay and Beyoncé's marriage has experienced its fair share of controversies. Even though they may seem like the perfect power couple, their marriage came close to crashing at some point. There were allegations of Jay-Z stepping out on their marriage and having affairs. One instance of that was just before their wedding, when Jay was in Miami for a shoot and supposedly met this rising rapper Olivia at a spot called N. Despite Beyoncé's sister Solange's presence at the same spot with Jay, he still managed to exchange contacts with Olivia. According to the rapper herself, Olivia tried to ride the wave of attention she was getting by releasing a song titled Sorry Mrs. Carter, where she threw shade at Beyoncé for marrying a cheater. You know what, I was going to respect you despite all that drama involving Olivia. The couple didn't break up. Nothing much changed after all that, though they have beautiful kids together now. And now, with all the recent Diddy drama, this entire Pimpy controversy is back in the news thanks to Jaguar Wright, who has been on Diddy's neck and everyone that has ever been involved with him, including Jay-Z. And trust me, Jaguar really hates Sean Carter. She talked more about Jay's shady moves in the industry in an interview with Real Life. In the process, she shed more light on how he dealt with Pimpy.
Boy died so they could cash in a insurance policy and to cover up the fact that Roc Nation was ripping Megan away from 300. I guess nobody's paying attention to the fact that complete control of Megan Thee Stallion's career was taken over right after Takeoff died, and the Prince family were forced to leverage and let her go, even though they did not want to. Isn't that interesting?
Houston politics. Let me ask you, because
and I'm not saying allegedly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston. Why did that house?
This is where it gets interesting though. While Jay-Z had affairs outside his union with Ba, there were rumors that Beyoncé did the same, and there were claims that Jay allegedly went out of his way to sabotage these men's careers any way he could with everything going on. Can you even put that past Jay now while pimping Ken? Ken didn't explicitly give out names. He was explicit enough in his description for us to understand that the alleged RB celebrity in that tape could be B.
I give out more hit than I ever gave anybody else. Whoever was, she did several rappers from Houston. Okay, let's leave it that right there.
When Pimpin' Ken was asked to compare how crazy easy the video would be if it turned out to be a video of Kim and Ray J, he felt it would be way wilder than that because the celebrity in it is 10 times more popular.
How explosive would that video be, you feel, in today's time?
Oh, the video that Pimp C had?
Yes.
Man, shit. Hey, man, this woman here is 10 times more famous than Kim. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, it'd be a lot of simping going on because a lot of people think they all clever.
If I had that video, I would have sold it and made millions of dollars off it. Those were the words of Pimpin' Ken, who felt Pimp C should have made bank with that video instead of protecting the integrity of who was in it.
I would anonymously put it out because I would have made trillions of dollars.
Yeah, but I say, how much money you feel?
I think you'd have made trillions because, you know, whoever this person is, they do well just on music. So if somebody can see her behind butt naked, you know what I'm saying? I think they'd be, you know, because probably a lot of people already got a fantasy about this.
There are rumors of Ba being a wild one in her early days. She allegedly tested the waters with a train of MCs back in the days of Destiny's Child, and even after she was with Jay. She's always been strategic and wanted the power coup of plays she found with Jay-Z. Maybe that's why they never broke up. We'll never know. The truth of the matter is that the queen might not be as squeaky clean as she supposedly is. There have been other celebrity names in the rumor mill that might have had some time with Queen Bey over the years, Sean Paul for one, but it started to feel like after she got what she needed from their collab, she just left him to bear the brunt of the consequences. You don't mess with Jay's woman because in the end he tramples on you and only shines more. Maybe that's what happened with the pimp story too. He could have just been a pawn in that woman's game, and maybe that's why he met his early demise. That alleged tape could have been what tipped it, but we will never know. There's probably more to the whole story that only leaves fans guessing rip to the great pimp. Say, do you even think there's a tape at all, or maybe J and B are as innocent and perfect as they seem? Share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to watch this next video.